Today in Portland, allegations of a misleading signature drive and a dust-up over AI in schools take center stage. Two stories, one theme: trust in our public systems. I'm Dean Bark. Welcome to the City Report from Portland, Oregon. Let's open with the big one. Portland's signature campaign faces allegations of misleading the public on a police funding initiative. Here's the latest scoop. In May, as petitioners hit the sidewalks, a former canvasser named Brian Gardner filed an ethics complaint saying canvassers were trained to downplay the real aim of the proposal. The proposal would divert 25% of Portland's Clean Energy Community Benefits Fund, money meant for local clean energy projects, to police funding. Fieldworks, a Washington, D.C.-based firm hired to run the signature push, is managing the operation. Donors shaping the effort include the Portland Police Association, the city's police union, and Tim Boyle, the CEO of Columbia Sportswear. The allegations are specific. Gardner says canvassers were told to pitch vague public safety benefits, rather than say plainly that the money goes to police hiring. He also claims some were told to use a binder clip to hide the word police on signature pages. Well, that's one way to edit policy. Petitioners started collecting signatures May 4th and face a July 6th deadline to gather north of 40,000 valid names. Violations tied to misleading practices could bring fines starting at $2,500. Supporters argue the shift could help with response times, though whether that happens without affecting clean energy projects is very much up for debate. My take: when campaigns blur the facts, public trust pays the price. If you want voters' signatures, call it like it is. Let's pivot to the next story. A controversial AI assembly at a Portland school has parents and teachers talking. In May at Beaumont Middle School in Portland, an event spotlighted Lumi Story AI, a literacy platform started in 2024 by Colin Kaepernick, the former NFL quarterback and civil rights activist. The district, Portland Public Schools, PPS for short, has been piloting the tool since last fall to help students create stories using AI. But the assembly drew heat. Parents say they weren't told ahead of time. Teachers bristled at what felt like a marketing pitch during school hours, and the event was filmed by Lumi Story representatives, raising privacy questions. Some students who participated received Nike shoes, which also raised eyebrows over incentives in a school setting. Teachers worry the growing role of AI could sideline human educators and strain students' cognitive development. District leaders point to an AI guidebook released in April outlining a broader vision and say the aim is to enhance learning, not replace anyone. The long-term effects of AI on critical thinking are still unsettled, and there's no consensus among educators. Here's the takeaway: schools want innovation, families want transparency, and both want consent. My view: AI may be part of the future in classrooms, but parents and teachers deserve clear notice and a real say. No room for sugarcoating here. Shifting gears, back to the petition fight and how it's playing out on the ground. The initiative itself launched last fall, and the street campaign to qualify it began May 4th. As I mentioned, organizers need more than 40,000 valid signatures by July 6th to qualify for a possible November vote. At the center is Fieldworks, the firm coordinating the canvass. The complaint from Brian Gardner alleges a training strategy that emphasized general safety talk while minimizing that this is, bottom line, a proposal to send a quarter of the Clean Energy Fund to police staffing. Add in notable financial backers, the Portland Police Association and Tim Boyle, the Columbia Sportswear chief, and you have a well-resourced effort in a race against the calendar. The contested claim is that 911 response times would improve without hurting clean energy projects. That's debated, and voters deserve straight answers before they sign. Clear communication isn't a luxury in ballot campaigns, it's the job. Moving on, let's return to education and AI, because the questions run deeper than one assembly. PPS's pilot with Lumi Story AI sits inside a larger district push to define how artificial intelligence fits in classrooms. The April draft guidebook outlines that vision, but the Beaumont event showed the friction points. Teachers fear automation will creep into lesson design and feedback, cutting into the human relationships kids rely on. Some students are even opting out on ethical grounds, worried AI tools could dull their own writing and thinking. Parents also flagged privacy, since the event was filmed, and questioned the optics of gifts like sneakers tied to participation. The district says the goal is to support literacy and creativity. Critics say show us the guardrails and the data. Let's cut to the chase. The technology may be new, but informed consent and transparency are not. All right, next topic, campaign controversy and school tech debates are painting a picture of Portland's current civic moment. On one side, a high-stakes ballot push could take a quarter of a clean energy fund and reroute it to policing, with allegations of deceptive canvassing and a sprint to meet a July deadline. On the other, a well-intended AI literacy program pushed into the spotlight by a promotional feeling assembly, with families and teachers asking for clearer boundaries. Different arenas, same core issue, public confidence. When money or technology shifts, people want clarity about trade-offs. My 2 cents, innovation and reform matter, but they only work when the pitch is honest and the process is open. That's the story right there. And that's your report for today from the City Report with Dean Bark in Portland. Have a great day and tune in tomorrow for more updates.